current missions, select the missions menu from the pause screen.
Yes, we actually have a missions menu now. As you can see, we can fly to Marcadia. Pretty much these missions, I find that a mission sort of thing. I guess it's to remind you in case you're forgetting what it is that you need to do. But in the most part for Ratchet and Clank games, usually it's, okay, have I not been to this planet yet? Yes? Okay, then I need to go to that planet. So, let's go into the VR systems, and we're going to start with warm-up. And we're going to start off with a suck cannon. Into my suck cannon! Whoop. And pretty much one thing to keep in mind for the suck cannon, you have to constantly be holding the circle button when sucking up enemies, because the moment you let it go, what will end up happening is whenever you hit the circle button again, you will fire however many things that you have in it. And as you can see, one interesting thing about the suck cannon is when you end up sucking up ammo crates, you'll get the ammo still if you didn't have ammo in all your guns yet, which is very helpful. Suck cannon takes a while to level up. There is one world that is in this game that is ideal for leveling up certain weapons that I will not be getting to for a while. But that's going to be the main one in which I end up leveling up things. But pretty much, yeah, these sort of systems right here, it's set up similar to how it was in Ratchet Clank 2 with the arena. Now, there is an actual arena in this game, I will say that right now, but we won't be getting to that arena for, I think actually it's right after Marcadia. Right, so don't look down. Watch out for the disappearing floor panels while fighting test dummies. Oh, come on. They don't like being called dummies. I also love the detail with the suck cannon that it literally shows the enemy being fired out from it. Insomniac really went out of their way to make you notice the terror that these test dummies are feeling as they're being shot out of a cannon that their company designed. Which I actually have to question certain things. This is going to seem like a weird philosophical thing for a goddamn Ratchet and Clank game. We know that some robots are sentient. Clank is clearly sentient. Is this just a case like, are all the robots sentient, or are some of them just not and just programmed with basic AI? Can they gain sentience and free will and thinking in general, or is that just, am I just overanalyzing it? Who am I kidding? I'm playing as basically a giant space cat and launching enemies at one another as I suck them into a giant goddamn vacuum that would make Luigi proud. And now I am wanting a Luigi's Mansion mod of the GameCube one with him having a suck cannon. Make Boo losses a shit ton easier. And that coughing fit was censored out by me. I don't know why I'm getting coughing fits lately. And why am I still using the suck cannon so much? I think it's because pretty much this is one of those weapons that, like, doesn't have any ammunition, so you never have to worry about, and as long as you have a decent-sized enemies around, you'll always have ammunition. And here's the thing about the suck cannon that I should say, is only small enemies can get sucked into the suck cannon. There will be larger enemies, such as the Tyrannoids that were in the walkers that we fought back on Felden. We cannot suck those up into the suck cannon. There is a weapon that we can use that will suck those people up, and it is probably my favorite weapon in this game, with how goddamn broken it is. But here we have Speed Round and the Shocker. The Shocker, destroy all the test dummies using only the Shock Blaster, and destroy all the test dummies before time runs out. I'd rather do a timed one. Right, and suck them up, suck them up, suck them up, suck them up, suck them up. I am wasting time, but luckily there's only 2 rounds in this, so there's nothing too bad. The hard part about the time rounds like this is just waiting for the enemies to spawn. Right, get into my cannon, get into my cannon. This is basically Luigi's final smash. There we go. And I just unload on them all. Those poor things. Right, and Shock Blaster. I'm just doing all of these because you do get trophies for these, obviously. And boom. This is where having the upgrade for the Shock Blaster will help out greatly. What you do is you bunch them all together, and boom. It gets even easier if you end up having the other upgrade for this. in that when you end up moving, it ends up firing the blast as well. I think we won't get that one until level 5 or level 4. I could be wrong. And seeing as how this one's close to getting to level 4 because I accidentally screwed up on the Quark battle, I'm really ignoring the... Like, I'm constantly acknowledging that I am ignoring one weapon, and I am not switching to that one weapon. I do not know why. Also, I call bullshit. The robots can jump over this. I also love that the robots can still do friendly damage to one another. At least the flamethrower damages them. That was something I remember bringing up inside of Going Commando that I never understood. How come the flamethrower weapon doesn't work on enemies, but the fireball does? Right, so that takes care of that one. So we got 2 more, which is now, let's do Wrench Beatdown. I know this might seem boring, but I can tell you right now that there's going to be pretty much entire parts dedicated to me just screwing around in arena-like challenges. And if you don't like arena-like challenges, I highly recommend you stay away from my Deadlock playthrough when it ends up coming up, because, yeah, Deadlocked is nothing but that. Throw. Flamethrower guys are actually dangerous. Now, you can toggle on a first-person mode. I don't know. I think that's actually in the control options. If you end up changing the controls, that's how you change it into first-person mode. So you can make this an FPS if you want. But why would you? If Ratchet Clank plays better when you're not on an when you're not playing it like an FPS. It plays better when you're in the third person. It's sort of like how playing first-person in a Battlefront game, which is very odd to me. I don't understand. I understand why some people do it, but Battlefront is one of those games that I think does third person really well. If only Fallout games by Bethesda and everything could take note of that. Firing from the hip in third person in a Fallout game, in the new Fallout game, is terrible. Believe me, I've tried. Okay, you need to die. There we go. And that takes care of that one. I'm just getting bolts left and right. I love bolts. Hot Steppa. I guess this is a wrench-only challenge as well. Didn't realize that. Huh. Right, and die. There we go. Oh man, this is 8 rounds. I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna speed this up because I didn't realize this one was 8 rounds. Right, die. 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 Where do you... Never mind, it's not. It just wasn't letting me switch to my weapons for some odd reason. Like, I was legitimately wondering what was going on because I was hitting all my buttons and nothing was going on. So I can use weapons in this. Since I can use weapons in this, I'm already on round 4. So let's continue, shall we? Fire! Look at the terror in their eyes as I launch them from a cannon that I sucked them into. Oh, you poor naive fools. Also note that the you got one suck cannon thing will only show up when you end up getting ammunition via ammo crates, because remember in the first Ratchet Clank game, that prompt never showed up at all. I think they probably had to do that just in case of the game crashing or something if they weren't careful. That makes sense. If command prompt doesn't exist, what usually ends up happening, and it's something that ends up not being able to do. Mainly this applies to characters. If a character does an action that they are not programmed in the game to do, they will T-stance. This is what happens to people who try to mod like Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Plus. I've seen a lot of the time. They try to have Roxas use magic, and Roxas is not programmed in the game to use magic at all. So what'll happen is whenever he tries to cast a spell, he will T-stance. Because his AI was never programmed to being able to learn magic at all. Hopefully this... Actually, no, this episode should come out at a certain point. Who am I kidding? You're probably either watching one or the other, or you're probably watching both my LPs. I don't care. Spoilers all around, as I'm just shooting people out of the suck cannon. Suck cannon is a pastime of mine. It is great. I am basically in a poltergust, what I'm going to call 9000. Because this sucks him up into some sort of hammer space. Seriously, give Luigi this thing. This would make Boo-Lossus' fight so much easier. I'm gonna be so sad if that LP ever gets taken down because I got a gold on that bastard. And die, and die, and die, and die, and die, and die. Die, die, die. And get into my cannon. I don't want to get hit, because if I get hit, I will get out of the prompt. There we go. Die, 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 die. And there we go. We should be just about done, because I believe 90-second Slayer, all right? We're getting closer. This is what I was saying. This entire episode is going to be nothing but me inside of the arena right here, because I want to get that Platinum Bolt right now instead of getting it later. I did say that I was going to be doing that at the beginning of this episode. Hopefully this episode doesn't turn out to be too long. Right, and this is honestly the worst part about waiting for it whenever you're in a time challenge, is waiting for the enemies to spawn in this thing. Oh wow, that, like, I got, like, all the enemies. Oh, come on, I didn't get my... I could have sworn that the super amazing, awesome attack thing was still inside this game whenever you ended up getting a nanotech boost. I guess I was wrong. Then again, it is kind of OP. I can understand that. Into my cannon! Into my cannon! Here we go. Bye, 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 bye. Boom. All right, let's see if the next one is the last one. Please be the last one. There it is. Nerves of Titanium. Fight through the final VR battle and win a Titanium Bolt. This is the last one, and then I'm going to be ending off the episode because obviously I've been doing this for a while, and it's a 12-round one. And my sub cannon is going to definitely upgrade in this one. Why is it the weapons that... I don't know why I'm not using it, but I don't care. Suck cannon upgrade. Oh, come on. What upgrade did it give me? It didn't tell me what upgrade it gave me. It's not the lock-on mod. Come on, what upgrade did you give me? Because this weapon does get an upgrade lock-on mod, which I believe is level 3, like I said before. More suck cannon. You know what? Let's get some plasma whip in this. I love you, plasma whip. You're so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh god. That hurt. More plasma whip. Die. 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 Remember, kids, you can throw the plasma whip too. Alright. I'm being a little bit reckless. I really shouldn't be this reckless when I'm going for a titanium bolt like this. Because, I mean, these are easy, but the problem is I'm trying to upgrade weapons and I'm dicking around at the same time. That's where my hubris is growing too strong. Because I'm getting back into the swing of playing a Ratchet Clank game. What I'm getting back in the swing into, though, is me wanting to upgrade this thing. Because this thing, when it upgrades, I love some of the mods and abilities this thing gets. That's why I cannot wait to upgrade this thing. Whip! Whip! And keep on spawning that ammunition right in front of me. I need ammunition because every single swing takes one. Bye. You just see an army of robots coming towards you. All you do, one whip swing, and you're dead. Oh, well, they all have the pyrocitors. Right, and plasma whips. Bye. Like, they don't even stand a chance. I feel kind of bad for this. This has got to be considered genocide in a sense. Which, again, goes back into my whole philosophical thing. Do these things have sentience or not? Debate in the comments below whether these things have sentience. They probably have pain, because I am killing them. I am a monster. And I was begrudging Travis for things like this and Spore. Then again, I think my subscribers know at this point I am a monster. Which is why it's going to be even better when I end up doing Fallout games. Oh, hi! I almost ran right into you. And now you're dead. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to how many rounds I'm in. Oh, this makes actually a good one to do that. I might actually end up just upgrading my plasma weapon here. I might end up doing this again off screen. Pretty much for most weapon upgrades, I will be doing things off screen for the most part, just to make life easier. The main weapon upgrades I will show, but things are standardized. Like, I do believe that the level 3 is the one that will give you the lock-on mod, although I don't think this weapon gives a lock-on mod. But there we go. Titanium bolts can be used to purchase skins in the special menu. I already went over this, but that takes care of that. So that is everything for all of the challenges so far. There will be new challenges that will be added in over the course of the story. Mainly there's only one, I believe, that is added in, and that is for a gadget we're going to be getting later. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This is Roxas1359. Before I go off, I'm going to show off one little cosmetic thing that I haven't showed off yet.
You
That's
can
right here.
upgrade your starfighter systems at this console.
And by upgrade my starfighter systems, I can pay bolts to change my wings and the color of my ship, which is pretty much, for the most part, actually, most of the colors that are on for this game are the same ones that are from Ratchet Clank 2 Going Commando, and you unlock more of the skins the more skill points you end up unlocking and completing. But see you guys next time. I'm gonna go and upgrade my plasma weapon. I'm only an hour and 15 minutes in.